This new love interest of yours finds you to be absolutely beautiful or handsome, however you resonate. They want you to know that they have such an attraction to your physical appearance. That's what initially drew them in. But it's like the more that they get to know you, they're falling in love with your personality. It's like you aren't just looks, you are brains and beauty. You have the best of both. And this leaves this person absolutely speechless, okay? And there could be a friend of theirs that's also interested in you too. So this person's starting to realize like they need to keep their lips sealed about your connection, your relationship, and as it grows, kind of keep it more private because they know that you are a whole hot commodity and that many people would be lucky to be in a relationship with you. So whoever you're dealing with is wanting to take things up a notch. And it says wanting to be exclusive as I grab the cards. So there you go. For a lot of you, your person is wanting to really kind of kick things into gear when it comes to your connection and be a lot more specific with you. So in the past, this person could have dealt with a lot of rebounds as well. This is someone who has a hard time committing, but they will commit for only the right person. Like if they find that they're meeting people who are just going to waste their time or are more just like on the physical attraction, there's no like mental chemistry, no stimulation when it comes to conversation, they find that they've been the person to leave a lot of people kind of chasing after them. And you could also give off that vibe. You could be the same way. Like a lot of people take it kind of personally if you all of a sudden aren't interested in them or if you ignore them. But it could be because you know that you have a natural tendency to attract others to you and you don't want people to take it the wrong way, right? And sometimes people can mistake that as, you know, really just coming across as someone who is ultimately unattainable. So they want you to know that they're keeping their distance from you on purpose at this moment in time. This person's like testing your boundaries, testing your loyalty from a distance. And more so than that, they feel like they want to get to know you a little bit more as a friend before you two actually pursue a connection in love in a relationship. So you give the best advices here. Absolutely beautiful. They want you to know they feel like you give such sound advice, and more so than that, that you're someone that they know always has not only your best interest at heart, but the best interest of those around you. And like I said, to other people that you aren't interested in dating, it come across as very short. But what people fail to realize is if you know that you don't want to waste someone's time, sometimes it's better off just to be upfront and honest. So maybe you're someone who breaks a lot of hearts, you do a lot of rejecting, okay? And yeah, it's like this person is desiring to find the truth of your connection, whether or not you two are going to really make this relationship work, or if y'all are going to kind of just take it slow, be friends, get to know each other. So they feel like they're growing some type of obsession towards you. And like I said, initially it could have had to do with how much they were attracted to you, your looks, your smell, your voice. You're just alluring to this person. They find you to be incredibly sexy. There's something about the way that you carry yourself they find to be irresistible as well. So you could be someone who really practices, you know, a good healthcare routine, health regime, right? You take care of your physical body, your appearance. You could also be someone who practices sobriety or even celibacy or all of the above. And this person is incredibly drawn to that and also too like fascinated by you. So they're fascinated by the way that you live your life. Now, if you live a more unconditional, unconventional life, for example, if you are someone who has a specific career that is unconventional to most, they're attracted to it. And they feel like in the past, you know, maybe you are someone who's a little bit more closed off when it comes to expressing your career or about your life, right? You got to really get to know a person before you're going to go all in and let them know this is what you're about. This is what you do. And sometimes it's better off just to keep certain things like that to yourself anyway. So yeah, they're really feeling like now is the time for you two to really come together, to get to know each other on a deeper level. And what you need to do is just relax, look cute, sit back and let them come to you, because this person is someone who likes to take the lead. They are the person who wants to be able to chase after someone that they're interested in. They don't want to feel like the person they're trying to date is easily attainable. because that is unattractive, because that shows to others that you could be putting yourself out there trying to date everyone, right? So it really just shows when you're able to hold yourself back and just to allow the right person to be attracted to you. Now, this is what they get from you. You're someone who really knows your worth. You stand in that. And for a lot of you, you are someone who's incredibly focused on your own life, making yourself better, being a better version of yourself, focused on your career. So yeah, they absolutely love that about you. And today, what they want you to know is that the love they have for you is real. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, if you wondered if it's just like a quick fling or an attraction or a crush, they want you to know it's a lot deeper than that for them anyways. And they're hoping that you feel the same way. But this is someone who, like I said, maybe they've dealt with the people in the past that they felt they had to reject a lot. So you could be dealing with someone who receives a lot of attention from others. They find it really easy for them to date and meet people. And then when it comes to you, you're like a whole mystery to them and they're trying to figure it out. So they want you to know they feel like you're the sexiest person they've ever met. You also could not be their usual type. For example, usually they could date possibly blondes and you have darker hair, or the opposite. You know, they could have a type like no tattoos. Maybe you got lots of tattoos. Or like I said, something to do with just your personality. You could have a very alpha dominant personality, and this person wants to know if you are that way all way around. Like when it comes to a relationship, are you willing to let your man take the lead? Okay, so this person thinks you're a baddie. They feel like it's intense love. They feel like you too bad. Like you are someone who is incredibly attractive to them and you do bad all on your own, you know? And you could be someone who's incredibly sweet, incredibly soft-spoken, but then you pop out, right? Your outfits, the way you do your hair, okay? How you speak, how you represent yourself is just so attractive to this person. They're like, wow. And if this person has known you for a while, they could be watching you kind of transform from a distance, right? Maybe you've really just focused on being the better version of yourself in the last year or so, or the last 5 years, depending on how long you've known this person. But I feel like this is someone you initially got to go as kind of friends first or acquaintances first, and that's what allowed them to grow this connection naturally. So if you are dating this person, they want you to know that they love when you cook together, and if not, this person's love language could be cooking. So you could be dealing with someone who loves to cook, okay? They love a good meal, whether that's going out for dinner or spending time together. You know, this person could love steak, lobster, okay? Maybe they have like a favorite pasta dish that they like to make. You know, I keep seeing that marry me chicken. I've never tried it, but that just kind of pops in my head as I'm giving you this message. So for some of you, this person wants to make you marry me chicken. They're like, yeah, I'm going to put a ring on that one. So I communicate to you through music. Absolutely beautiful. They want you to know that sometimes when you hear a song and think of them, it's definitely a sign that they are thinking of you, and most importantly, that this person thinks about you often. Like they could just be working their day-to-day life, and then all of a sudden you pop up into their head, and they feel like you've ignored their advances in some type of way. So maybe this person kind of likes to go a different approach when it comes to dating. Like they're not your conventional dating person, the relationship person, like I said. So if this is someone who normally isn't in a relationship very often, right? It's like they go about attaining the attention of someone very differently than you would normally find. And that is what they're hoping is going to attract you to them, because this person knows that you get a lot of attention and they want to be different. They want to show you that they're not like everyone else. So it says, I regret my decision to walk away. So that won't be for everyone, but for some of you, if this is someone from your past who didn't see your worth, okay, they see your worth now. They see your worth now. But for a lot of you, it could have even been that this was someone you were getting to know and the relationship never fully got off into a good start, or it never developed into anything more serious, and now that's what they're ready to do with you. So this could be an air sign, okay? Air sign masculine wants you bad. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius masculine. And yeah, they just want you to know that in the past, if they didn't see your worth, it could have also been because, like I said, this is someone who doesn't normally commit. They don't normally be the ones to pursue someone. And then they're just like in awe of you, like a jaw dropped, especially, like I said, if this person has known you for quite some time. They just feel like despite whatever you've been through in your life, you are someone who is very resilient, and also too, you're someone who takes really good care of yourself. So they find you to be very attractive. Could be something about your routine, your beauty regime, or just like I said, how you live your life. Like this person's incredibly attracted to you for that. And that doesn't even mean that you necessarily were always that way, right? But you could have made some significant changes in the last year or two of your life that have become very obvious to this person, that how much you've been able to put the work in, you know, to heal, and also to prepare yourself for a long-term partner. So you could also be the type of individual who like doesn't date casually because you're looking to date for marriage, or you're looking to date to start a family, especially if you're in your late 20s, 30s, 40s even. And this person knows that. So that's what they find you to be incredibly attractive for. Okay, so they want you to know that it's time for you to get closer. That's where they feel like they're at with this connection with you. They're ready to develop something more serious. And also too, they love the fact that you are straight up and honest about what you're looking for in a connection. So this person wants you to know, don't be afraid to like be just really honest and open with them, what it is that you're looking for from them as a partner, because it's not going to push them away. And maybe in the past, y'all dealt with people who were more immature lovers, right? Feminine or masculine, who weren't looking for the same things as you, who were looking more just to date, to have fun. And that's all fun and dandy when you're in your 20s and you're just experiencing life, right? But even as you get mid-20s, 30s even, you're like, okay, like it's time to like date for purpose. So yeah, this person loves the fact that you are dating for purpose. That's what they feel like about you. So don't be afraid to tell them what it is you're looking for from a partner. And most importantly, what it is that you need from them. Okay? Because they're saying there's nothing that could push them away from you. There's nothing you could say or do that's going to push this person away from you. They're incredibly happy with you and your relationship and where it's headed thus far. So you will always have a place in their heart. Absolutely beautiful. That's what they want you to know. So Gemini's here. Okay, so you could definitely be dealing with the Gemini, or you could be one, because look at air sign energy and Gemini. So you or your person could definitely be a air sign. Maybe you're both air signs. But yeah, this person is specific. Top of the other half of my love messages literally says, I want you so bad it hurts. So this person's thinking about you, okay? Especially if you've never been with them on that intimate level. Like, you may want to check with the reading I did, but there could be a connection to you being celibate, or like I said, maybe you date for purpose. So you go so many dates with someone before you're willing to be more physically intimate with them, and they find that to be very attractive. And if you have been on a few dates with this person and you haven't, you know, even kissed yet or really gotten closer on that level, they're like, okay, like they want you bad, okay? So your person's really just been thinking about how they're ready to bring your connection to the other, you know, perspective. They want to make things more serious. And I just saw your ex, their ex knows they love you. So maybe for some of you, when you first initially met this person, they was in another relationship, okay? Looks like they're not now. So maybe that's why you played hard to get with this person, but you knew that the love for each other was always there. So it says, I put you on a pedestal and place you above the rest because no one else is as good as you. No one else passes that test, okay? They feel like you are worth putting up on a pedestal, putting up on a platform, okay? They want the world to know that they pick you. So this is definitely someone who receives a lot of interest from the opposite sex or the same sex, however you resonate, in love. But they pick you. Out of all the fish in the sea, they want you, okay? So every day that's passed since we've been apart has grown more difficult than the last. Now, this is a separation letter, so this won't resonate for everyone. But for some of you, if you are watching for someone you happen to be disconnected from, take this as your message. There is a big part of my heart deep down that misses what we had on a soul level. You taught me what true unconditional love really is, and without you, my world doesn't shine quite as bright. I think you are absolutely incredible, and if I could, I'd go back to that first day we met and start over again. So, wow. They're regretting kind of fumbling you. Like, for example, if you did meet this person and you were kind of interested at first, and then you realize, you know what? You ain't about the chase, okay? This person's like, damn, like, what can I do to get their attention again? So look at that message came out again. I'm keeping my distance on purpose. So I feel like they're totally testing your loyalty right now. They want to see if you're as into them as they are you. And also too, this is someone who likes to take the time to get to know a person before it turns into a romantic relationship, because people can change when they're in relationships, right? Either get too comfortable or, you know, you switch up in some type of way. Now, this person's just watching you kind of just like guide your own life right now. For a lot of you, you could have a career in the public even. If that's the case, this person feels like you're truly a star. And even if you aren't like a career in the public, whatever you do, this person just feels like you shine so bright. Like it intimidates them sometimes, seeing you be so authentically you. So 6 of Wands, you could also be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. So lots of air energy and fire energy. But yeah, this person really feels like you are just turning into such a beautiful person. Like if they've known you over the last few months or years, every day that goes by since this person's gotten to know you, you've just become such an amazing version of yourself, and they are loving watching you develop your life, okay? And just like also too, when you really become a more mature version of yourself, like your appearance can change. So your person could really be watching you like grow into your features, or, you know, you could have had a recent glow up or transformation, right? Maybe you switched your hair color. For others of you, you could have got a new tattoo. You could have switched your makeup routine. You could start wearing more makeup, less makeup, something, okay? But your person loves it. They are like, wow, like they're in awe of you. So Page of Pentacles is here. Your person wants you to know they feel like you are just someone that they want to give all their time and attention and efforts to. And also too, not only that, they love that you are incredibly balanced. They feel like you really have a good ability to focus your time and attention and energy into your career, your home life, and relationships. Like you know how to balance everything, Zen mode. So they find that to be really attractive about you. Now, definitely you could be dealing with an air sign, because King of Swords, okay? So this could even be a masculine who's older than you, or you could be the older masculine watching. But with the King of Swords, that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And notice how there's like a bat and the crow in the back of this and an owl, all watching, okay? So I feel like for a lot of you, this person just like watches you do your thing. And it's not in like a weird way. It's just like they're in awe of you. They're in awe of who you're becoming. And also too, they just find you to be so damn sexy. So you could be seeing a lot of angel feathers around, okay? If you are, just know that that means your person is coming close to taking things to the next level, to asking you out, or to making it an official relationship. So really beautiful. Now, Spirit wants you to know that you have an inner wisdom about this. You could be having a lot of dreams about this person right now, or in the past, you could have even had a dream about this person a year or two ago, okay? Some of you could have dreamt about this person before you even actually ever met them. Just know that that was for a reason, because your spirit guides were trying to let you know, like, this is the one you got to keep your eye on. This is the one you got to pay attention to. Because at the end of the day, this is the one who's going to be your king or queen. And also, too, King of Swords represents truth, honesty, and clarity. So this is someone who you know is always going to be truthful with you. They're always going to be upfront with you. And most importantly, they're always going to have your back. And I feel like a lot of y'all deserve that, especially if you felt like you were the rebound to a certain relationship in the past. Like maybe you put your all into a connection before meeting this person, and found out that this person you were dating was rebounding with you. So that can be incredibly painful as well. Now, the reason why we go through those lessons is to literally learn how to love yourself, to pour into yourself. Because once you're able to pour into yourself, someone else can meet you and help fill that cup up. So Libra is here, okay? So Gemini or Libra, you are your person. Lots of air energy. Look at that. So I definitely feel like you're dealing with an air sign, okay? Masculine or feminine. This person could wear a lot of sports jerseys, so that could be a good indication as well. Wow. And they want you to know, final couple messages. So every time I see you, I fall in love with you again. So your person feels like every time you two spend time together, or they see you on social media, or you run into each other at an event or in person, whatever this resonates with, they fall in love with you all over again. And they want you to know that you are their favorite person. Nothing in the world could ever change that. And more importantly, the more time that they spend, the more that they fall in love with you. So they want to do something spontaneous with you today, or in the next couple of days since you see this message. And final one is this connection so deep it scares them. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day.